Welcome to my channel, this is your friend Gonza. I hope you are having a good day today. Hey, stop right there, let's duel! Hello everybody and welcome to the fourth tournament from the Halloween event. Thank you very much to Dictator for the reward. So here we go. Okay, we both start with one pose. That's a good movement. And we started with swift attack because we don't have the buff. So we can do that, and it's very important to do the swift attack as soon as possible because we are gonna get a lot of energy from that because we have ingenuity. And like you can see, my debuff is finishing, so I need to keep my life and try to wait for that so I can attack with body slam with the full damage. But he's just waiting for that to do another debuff again, but in the meantime he's wasting the energy to do the buzz again. So that's where I get the advantage, and now I need to be careful because his debuff is finishing as well, so I need to kill it before that, because otherwise I will do the debuff again and I will wasting my 30 energy. And then here he didn't realize and lost a lot of energy. It was full energy. Here I know I'm gonna lose, but I want to debuff the Warthog, and then I try to take away the seal, but I didn't get it. So now I did a very bad movement with my Cibus. If the enemy Warthog is debuff, I don't need to go with my Cibus because it's debuffed already. And here I just realized of my mistake and I tried to give the Venom and try to change my Evo because it doesn't make any sense. And here I try to do the Cubic Smash, but I know that I'm gonna lose it, and so I go with Spiky Skin, and then I should be faster to do the Cubic Smash here, but I didn't do it. And then he changed for Dirtops, and then I don't know what to do, and he catch me, so I do Earthquake. What you need to do when you have a Dirtops is just to do the massive damage attack that you have and reduce the life of the Dirtops as soon as possible, so it cannot use caloric acceleration many times. And here he loses because of that. Bang. Okay, Water is coming again and say, well, I'm gonna do an Earthquake, but he gave me another seal, so I decide to do the Cubic Smash. And then here I'm gonna do the Crush to try to keep that, but I see that he's gonna do some low energy attack, so I reduce the damage with the Bash. And then I go with double slash, which is very good against Kibiruk because I'm damaging 60 and Kibiruk is not having the seal. Okay, so that's very good option against Kibiruk. But I don't want to lose it because I want to debuff another Evo after that, and then you see how it's going. And here I go with hammering because I don't know what I'm gonna have after that, so maybe I can go with another hammering and deal 60 of damage, but I get a Cibus with the buff, so Wall Break is okay. And then I catch it, so it's not gonna go away. Well, it's the last Evo, but I want to do the Sound Tomb, but I don't get it, and then I just move to Cibus so I can do the Bass. But if you see here with my Warthog, if you check again, what I did is I left my Warthog to receive all the damage from the Cibus, so Cibus has no energy enough to kill my Cibus, which had just few points of life, so I have time enough to do my debuff, and then Cibus is just done. And then my Dirto is very good because it has 40 with bite, 40 damage. So if I receive a debuff, my Dirto doesn't care. So here it is. Oh no, Hudas attack with a swift attack when he received the debuff, so he couldn't deal 30 of damage. Look at how quickly the one post from Huda is taking away the buff. Ha need to be careful with that and need to finish the duel as soon as possible, otherwise the other one post from Hudas is gonna have advantage. Both are using potions, that's really good. You cannot lose your one post here. And here, if one post from Hudas does another body slam, it could win it. But he decides to do the swift attack and he lost his Evo. And then here we have water barrier from both Amphimar and then tactical withdrawal. That's good. You don't need to use your Amphimar to attack, just to rise the water barrier and then the backstab really. And then here, check Hudas is attacking with Crush all the time, and Cubido could attack with Cubic Smash to get free from the seal, so it's not receiving much damage from the Crush from Liceros, but it decided to go straight with the Earthquake, and because of that Cubido has received a lot of damage. I think it could save from a lot of damage, but it didn't. And finally Hudas decides the wrong timing for Life Potion, so you need to be careful with that, otherwise you waste your potions and then you are in a big disadvantage. I think potions are breaking the balance. I think it's too much the potion, but one post requires that to survive, and another Evo's very good with energy potion to do a very high damage. And here Ha has done 2 hammering, and then here is waiting to use the Tom, but I think it could attack with hammering twice and it will damage like 70 and 90 of damage, which is a lot for just 100. Okay, but he decided to go with the Tom, which is okay. And here is attacking with Wall Breaker just to do a little of damage before dying. I think the Amphimar from Hudas could rise the barrier before dying, before killing the Warthog. So now you'll have a barrier, but the Canistone has done very well with the Bark, because Amphimar cannot deal much damage if it's the buff. But here you have a problem, it's just you need to spend energy with the wine swipe, so can get rid of the water barrier from Amphimar, but it didn't have. If he will do another bite, maybe can save itself from the double key here. Okay, we both started with one post, and we started buffing the enemy one post, and then I did a swift attack so I can get a lot of energy from that. And then infestation. He did in the other way, first infestation, so it makes the effect before my infestation obviously, and then with the swift attack to get the more energy, and then we hit each other with body slam all the time. But you see my debuff is finished and he didn't realize, so I spam body slams with 60 of damage, so that's a big mistake from Ha. And then here just stuck with sweet attack, but he debuffed me again, so I said okay, body slam, and then I kill his one post before his debuff finished it. And then here I changed, I didn't want to lose my one post, then I went with my Cubidoc. And then he went with his Cubidoc, and then I tried to do a Spiky Skin and then crush to take the seal away, and then try to use my seal with cubic smash, but he's gonna take away to do the earthquake. Crush, I didn't have energy enough to take away my seal, and then he said, this is not good. So I did the cubic, and then I did the crush to take all the damage that I can do before swifting my Evo, and then he said, okay, double slash, and the cubic will be dead, but then he changed for cubic, so I did the debuff, and then here I just wait so it has no energy enough to do the Tom before I do the double slash, and then he said, okay, I need to have something to cover myself, and then he attacked with 2 hammering, which is really smart as well, because I could avoid the first one but not the last one, which has the most damage. And here I tried to do the slash to kill the Cubidoc, but I said, oh, it's not, I don't have energy enough, so maybe the debuff, but finally my Seaboot died, and then I tried to debuff with my Wampus, but then he changed for Hanino, which is a good movement, and then I didn't have time to do anything because the Hanino has a lot of damage with the Scratch. So I wrapped the Hanino, and then I did a Phantom, and then he had a Scratch charge. I think it's the third or the fourth stack, so he didn't want to waste it with my seal from Warthog. So here I got the Hanino with the debuff, and then he did a lot of damage with the Scratch. That's really good. Now I'm scared to do this caloric acceleration because maybe a backstab is gonna kill me, but learn from this. Amphimar can do a backstab only if you have 100 life. Otherwise, if you have more, you're not gonna die. So I try to keep my life over the 100, you see. But then I say, okay, maybe I do at the bar, and then I can get advantage from that. But then it was late to do it, and my Dirtos die. So just keep with the bite next time. And here, just do the hammering, and Ha just surrendered. Okay, both started with an Evo that can debuff the enemy with 20 debuff, double debuff, yeah? So I did a swift attack to get more energy, quicker, and then infestation. And then I realized that the enemy is making a lot of damage, which is 50 with the Tornado. I think Tornado is quite good. I didn't use that before. I was surprised for that. And then my debuff didn't last much, so I went for Body Slam all the time, and I think Delta didn't realize of that, so it received a lot of damage, and then both are using Potion of Life, and then he changed for Body Slam again, I don't know why. And yeah, and here I just checking the life of the enemy so I can kill it before the debuff, my debuff is finished, and now it's finished, and I defeated. Also, I got energy enough to keep doing bash, and then here Delta went with Amphimar, and then I debuff it. You cannot let Amphimar to get the debuff because then it's not gonna attack with the water basic attack, and then he went for Thimble, and then I debuff it as well. So you cannot let the enemy to debuff all your Evos, otherwise you are lost. Here he's making the sun throw every time that I'm doing caloric acceleration, so that's really good movement because it stopped me to do the bite and get the life recovery. Okay, and here I lost my Dirtos in a stupid way because I could swift it, and then I will not lose it because with the Sun Tomb my Dirtos cannot get life recovered enough on time. So, and here I lost my Wampus, but it's okay because I have the buff more than the half of the enemy team, and here he catch me instead for wait for me to do an physic attack. I think it's better if you wait for a swift attack or body slam, and then you do the tom. If you do the catching attack, you are wasting energy, and I almost kill you with that. And here I just wait for the poison, so I don't need to do anything else, and I get more energy for the next battle. And here, yeah, is what you are watching right now. It's not much. I try with my cubic smash. Amphiman is very good with taking away the shields from the enemy because it's very cheap with just one attack, but it has a huge debuff, so it cannot do much against me. And now it's going away, and Hanino is on the field. I did pick skin because I'm gonna receive a lot of physical attacks, so I prefer to do that. And then he's doing the scratch, so I keep the last shield, so he's not gonna attack with the last attack. Yeah, you see it's 90, but I didn't have a shield, but I wanted to keep it to stop that, but I couldn't, so I died. And here I do a buff, which I don't really need, but you just see my damage is not so much because of the water barrier, so maybe it was a good movement. So, see you the next time.